Hello everyone, welcome to TryRights. Myself Sujit. Today in this session, we are going to cover a new concept in our Python series called exception handling. Before we are going to start this exception handling, first we need to understand what is exception. After you get a clear picture on that, what is exception, then you can handle. Just like your previous session, first we will be understanding what is file, then you can manage. Just like that, here only we can understand what is exception. Exception, so it is nothing but it is a error in Python. So we can say that now we need to learn what is exception handling or error handling. So how we could handle our error. So whatever the error till now you are seeing, we are going to discuss each and everything. So all the error which are displayed, so all the error which are displayed in the cell, each error are a subclasses. Okay, so subclasses means it's need to inherit from one class, means in our Python each and everything it is a object, so from one class it will be inheriting. So our parent class, in the case of our exception handling, our parent class is exception. So from this exception class all our subclasses are derived. So these subclasses are like your value error, type error, zero divisional error. Now we are going to see. So from a example, give you a clear picture. So I want to typecast a string to integer. It is not possible. So it gives you a error called value error. So value error means this is a subclasses. Guys, if you see, it gives me a error also. Means this line will be already available in this subclasses. Means after you find, hit click on that, then our class will get activated. So means we can create our own error also. Now we are going to discuss each and every point in depth knowledge. Okay, so our next point says that all the subclasses are all the subclasses are belongs to the main class called exception class. Means from your exception class all the classes are derived. Okay, so sorry guys for spelling mistake. Okay, now for this next, in Python, our error are mainly classified into three types. Okay, so the error are classified into three types. So the first error is nothing but logical error, logical error. Then the second error is nothing but syntax error. Okay, then the third one is exception error. So how we are dealing with this error, now we are going to see. So what is logical error? So logical error says that if any programming have a syntax error, okay, if a program has syntactically correct, okay, syntax is correct for this logic, okay, but the logic will get error, then this error we can say that this is a logical error or logically error. So find this type of error will be difficult in our Python. So find this type of error in Python is difficult. Okay, now we are going to see what is syntax error. So syntax error is nothing but if any programming have logically correct but syntactically error. Okay, syntactically error. Okay, then we can say that this is a syntactically error or syntax error. to find this type of error is easy. Okay, now we are going to deal with our exception. So to deal with our exception, we have four blockers available. So these four blockers: try, except, expect, then we have else, then we have finally. So to find or we can handle our error, we have four blockers available. So whenever you are dealing a code, means whenever you write a code, we know that either it gives you a error or your code will be 100% true. So we can say that we are writing our risky code. So in our exception handling, whenever you want to write a code, you need to write that risky code in our try block. So means whenever you are not 100% sure, it will be written. So to create one try block, either your expect block and either your expect block or your finally block will be mandatory. Without this block or this block, you cannot create one try block. Now we are going to see. So I'll take an example. I need to add all the elements that are available in a list. Okay, so I'll declare a list. Now I need to write my code. So we need to try our XC code in our try block. So I'll for value in L. I need to add result plus element. Oh, sorry, value. Now I need to print result. If I am printing here, it gives me your error because you are forgot, means your syntax error, means this type of error it is easy. If you see expect or finally block. Now if I'm giving a finally block as of now, okay, so what is the use of the finally block? Finally block will be used whenever your code is right or wrong. Every time this block will get executing. So this is the use of your finally block. Now if I am writing, now it gives me a output. Also my finally block will get executing. Now I have adding some error here. Okay, how? If you see, we know that Python is a interpreted programming language. Means if a error will be find here, all my remaining code will be get terminated. So if you see also here, after my line 7 will be error, all my code will be get terminated, and also it will be showing that list out of range. Now we need to handle that particular thing. For this handle, we have our expect block. So we know that, or if we are going to write this expect block, means I will write something error. If you see, I'll type error, means this will be showing our list index out of range. Now if I'm trying to running, it gives me error, means now we are the developer are capable to create our own error message. If you see, okay, but no, if somebody want that, I want that particular message. So to particular get their message, you need to inherit from our exception. If you are directly inherit your exception and you need to write, then it gives you a class because your exception is a class. If you are printing, it also gives you exception class. But I want that particular error. So now you are using your allies. So I'll allies with E. Now if I am printing E, just see, it gives me that particular message. So in the exception, we have already this line will be present. So we need to handle that particular in E and we will be printing. So this process we can say that generic exception also. In my interview, they might be ask you what is generic exception. So you will tell that to handle our error and we need to store into a variable. Okay, now I just create a new error. Okay, so I'll put a length here. If you see, it gives me a new error. Guys, just see, int object is not a iterable. Means now we are capable to multiple error also we can handle at a time. Okay, if you see, if there is no error will be there, so I'll remove that. Also I take this error. If you see, it gives me only this output. Okay, but I want that it will be printing in a new line. So for your else block, so the else block work is it will be used for your whenever your code will be 100% true. Now if I am printing a number, a message correct, now it gives me that correct output. Now if you are print this, just see, it gives me that correct. Means based upon your user requirement, you can achieve. If somebody wants to do this way, okay, I want to do. So else, if you see, it gives you error. Means after expect, it's only required finally block. But if you give a final means after the expect it only expect a else block, but if you are giving a finally block, that's why it gives you that particular error. So make sure that your order of your exception, first block will be try, then your expect block, then your else block, then only your finally block. Now, somebody tell that I need to create my own error at every time. Means if I want that I need to create error here, I need to create a error here. So for your creating error forever user required, so there will be a concept called your raise keyword. By the help of this keyword is used to create a error whenever user want, whenever user required or want. Okay, now we are going to see. So I just want to comment this. Now I want that here I just want to raise error. So I'll type and I'll write. I know there will be a indentation error. If you see after I written that particular thing, it gives me index error. But if you see it gives me a error, means I need to provide that message also. So I'll print that my use means based on my output means my input, it gives me my output. Just see now it gives me my error that indentation my use means you see means in your class also already these messages are already available. So you can create your own error also. Now I just create raise value error. But if you see, just see, after one error occur, this error will not get even executing. See, if I am committing, then only this will be get. Okay, so I need to pass in the string. Okay, guys. So yeah, if I am trying to execute, now it gives me error. So this is how we can handle our error. So now we are going to see through an example. So how these are executing in our real-time example. So I want to write a code means so we are doing our prime number, right, guys? Now we are doing a new code called your Armstrong number. So before we are going to start, we need to understand what is Armstrong number. So your Armstrong number says that if a number you are taking, I'll take 153. Means you need to find this length. So to find, we know that to find a length we need to convert into a collection data type. Means you can convert into string, then you can find. So by the help of your string conversion, we can find the length of. So we are taking the length. So by the help of your length, we can take the length. Now here the length will be 3. Now you need to square these 3 in each and everything. Okay, so I want that 1 q, sorry, q plus 2 3 means the power. Okay, then the, sorry, here we need to pass 5q, then we need to pass our 3q. If I am executing this line, if my output it will be 153, then we need to match. If these two will be correct, then we can say that this is a Armstrong number. Now we are doing this code in this logic, means in our try expect block. So I need to take the user input. So guys, I need to convert. So if you see here, enter the number. Okay, we know that we need to take the power, means we need to power. So I'll take the power by the help of your length. I need to convert into your number to your string, means to convert that particular, means we need to find the length. That's why we are converting into string. Then only by the help of your length keyword we can get the length. Now we are take a variable called result, means we need to add that particular thing, guys, right? Now we are using our try block. Directly we can use from the starting. Okay, guys. So yeah, now I just want that. Now the code logic says that I need to run my loops until it becomes 0. Means I don't know how many times your loop will be get executing. That's why we are using while loop. So here, while your number becomes 0, that time you need to stop. So I need to find the reminder, because if I'm getting the last number, I need to divide into the 10. If I'm dividing 153 modular division by 10, it gives me 3. Now I need to 3 into 3 means the power. Now if I am keeping that number modular division 10, it gives me 3. Now I just need to add result plus our reminder and our exponential of our power. Now I need to update the number, because after the updation I need to update. If I am not updating, it's every time it's take 153, but after I get 3 I need to update my number to 15. So for the updation purpose I need to use my float division with 10, because after using the float division it will be only find our remaining part. Now after every execution is completed, I need to check if my result double equal to, means we need to find the error. So we need to not equal to our number. Okay, guys. So here I need to raise a error called exception. Okay. So here exception not Armstrong. Okay. Otherwise, we can say that this is a Armstrong. Okay. So after that, we need to expect exception as E. I need to print the E. Here I need to print else block, print this is a Armstrong. Guys, still we have a error, but I need to tell you, then you can get a clear picture on that. Okay. So I need to print code executing successfully. If you see, it gives me, there is no error, but it gives me it is not a Armstrong number, but it is a Armstrong number. Just see, I'll take 153. See, it is a not Armstrong, but it is the Armstrong number. Why? Because guys, if I'm printing after my number became, means here I'll give in my 0, means here the condition will be satisfying. That's why it check here. If I'm printing my number, here my number it became, guys, 0. If you see, if I'm giving my 153, my number will be 0, because here I'll be updating all the things. For to overcome with this error, I just need to store my number into a variable called duplicate variable. Means I need to create a variable, I need to store that particular number. Now if I am trying to execute here do, now it gives me that correct output. Just see, if I am printing 153, sorry, duplicate duplicate number, it's Armstrong. Just a second, guys. Why it's not giving? After floor division, we need to power not equal to, yes, duplicate not equal to number not. Guys, here you need to pass that result, because in your result your value will be there. Now if I am trying to run this code, 153, it is a Armstrong. If I'm giving any other number, means 152, it is a not Armstrong number. If you see, every time your code executing successfully means every time your finally block will be get executing. Either your code will be 100% correct or wrong. So thanks for watching Try Writes. That's all for today, guys.